Nice to meet ya. Who could you be?
Hello people and welcome back to Talking Comics. As always, I will be talking about a newer comic that is coming out. Also, once again, if I get any info wrong, please inform me in the comments, not just for myself, but for the people watching. I will give you the basic idea of the story of the comic while giving some of my opinions. Also, if you comment, try not spoil anything too big for people who are wanting to find a comic and this might look interesting for them. Anyway, let's get on with the video.
Wow! Now that's a losing hand for the ages. Now, read 'em and what?
Do they have an eye doctor in hell? I'd make an appointment if I was you.
Oh, you cheated!
Technically, we both cheated. I just did it better.
This comic technically is continuing the story Simon Spurrier, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, 2020's John Constantine's Hellblazer. And it's up to you if you would want to try and read that run before reading more of this story. I think there should be a collected version of it. Just make sure it's Simon Spurrier and it's the 2020 version. I know there's other comics called John Constantine Hellblazer. In my opinion, the comic does an okay job at giving you the info from the last comic, and you can pick up stuff pretty easily in my opinion. But once again, it's your choice. If anyone knows of a collected version, maybe comment that. But yeah, this comic focuses on John Constantine, obviously. Also Noah and Nat, two characters who were introduced in the 2020 John Constantine. And it focuses on them going to America, as they can't go back to Britain because of what happened last time with them being wanted for murder and dealing with much more. While this is all happening, John is feeling guilty about everything going on around him, while also dealing with the fact that he is slowly rotting away, as he's technically dead, hence the name Dead in America. This comic so far has been pretty good. I really like the art. I like how grim and kind of dirty everything looks. I think it's very fitting for John Constantine, the idea of kind of showing the dirt of this world. This comic is also Black Label, what does mean that it's very much R-rated. There's a bunch of swearing and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, the only bit of issue I have with that is the dialogue can feel a bit too much, like it has too many swear words put into it. But I also think that's somewhat fitting for the character. It kinda maybe matters your standpoint on writing. But yeah, I don't mind it too much. The idea of John Constantine being in America is also fun. It leads to a lot of stuff where they can talk about certain issues, what's happening in the real world, what I think is always pretty interesting and good in comics. But also it's just kind of fun to see that character in that location and dealing with that part of the world. The comic is also obviously very heavily magic focused, and if you don't know much about some of the more mystical characters in DC Universe, you might want to look into some. Just to say. But also, you might be fine going into it. As always, you might not. It's your choice overall at the end of the day. The idea of Constantine slowly beginning to decay is something I quite like. Just seeing him needing to handle that. Also, all the other mystical problems he runs into. So far in the story, it's quite like a road trip. What I think is fun. I think it works well for that. The characters Noah and Nat are both pretty good, with them helping to balance out John a bit, as they don't always agree with his plans and so on. Noah's moot and is a pretty fun character overall. Also, he's possibly John Constantine's kid. Nat is also a fun character. She's kind of more of the one to stand against John Constantine a lot. With her being a bit more aggressive. Even John jokes that she might try and kill him, even though he's already dead. Anyway, in my opinion, I quite like where this comic is going, and I'll probably check out the other issues. If you are interested but maybe hesitant, I suggest getting the first issue, and if you don't like that, then maybe the comic isn't for you. But if you are looking for a new comic that's come out, this might be it. Also, I'm doing other videos talking about newer comics, so that I'll possibly do a video that you might be interested in, or maybe not. I also do film reviews on my channel, if you want to check those out. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, then maybe like it. If you didn't, you can dislike it, do whatever. Remember, no spoiler thing in the comments, please. And that's all. Goodbye.
There's no need for you to say you're sorry. Goodbye, I'm going home. I don't care no more, so don't you worry.